Hi, Jeremy the Tall Trainer here, and we're going to do some resistance training on the chair here. All right, so we got 1 minute each exercise. Now, I would prefer you do a warm-up first, but if you don't have time, you can gently move into some of these exercises. All right, so I'm going to jump right into it. We got 1 minute each exercise, so I'm going to stand up right by my chair first. All right, so leg circles is the first one. I'm going to turn my chair a little bit, and I'm going to show you this. I'm going to go out to the side and then circle back. Out to the side and circle back. All right, so this is going to be a workout for people who are unstable on their feet, have not done much exercise in a while. All right, now once you get to being pretty good at this one, you should graduate past it into our regular exercises. We have modifications for those workouts, so there isn't too many humans that can't take part, in our regular workouts too. But sometimes you want something a little bit easier to follow, and this is going to be one of those. All right. Out to the side and circle back. Keep the abs pulled in a little bit. I'm standing on one leg, but I'm using my chair for balance. If you want to, you can try not using the chair. All right, let me show you from the front a little bit. You can see that I go out to the side and circle back. Nice, right in there, all right? So I got 7 seconds here. Sweeping around. Ah, very nice. Now the other leg. I'll turn the other way here so you can see it there. Sweeping around. You don't have to turn your chair when you do these. You just need to keep yourself in good posture. Now, while you're doing this, make sure you're not hunching up your shoulders. Make sure your abs are pulled in a little bit. And what you're trying to do is, you're going to try to hit the edge of your range of motion on the farther side and sweep around back there. So you're really squeezing your glutes a little bit at the finish. All right? Now, the faster you go and the smaller you go, it's not going to do as much. But if you go a little bit bigger, a little bit slower on that movement, you'll get more benefit. Try not to tip as you do it, so it's not something where my upper body is moving as I'm doing this. I'm squeezing through. I'm trying to keep my body about the same spot as I'm doing this. All right. Woo-hoo-hoo. Very nice. So it feels a little toasty. You should be feeling it in these muscles, these little butt muscles that we've got there. Glute medius is a big one of those. All right. Then we're gonna do some stand-ups. All right, not comedy, but just to get up out of the chair. All right, now you can just go straight for standing up and back down. When you're doing this, make sure the knees stay away from each other. You're pushing down through the heels and coming up. Try not to use the hands on the legs to do this. So if you're at that place, maybe don't. If it hurts your knee to do this, do the almost stand-ups. All right, where you kind of shift forward and you hold for a second. Pause there about as long as you can before you have to hop back down. All right. So the almost stand-ups if the knees are a big challenge. If you can, go all the way through it. Sit up, down, come up. Sit down and come up. As I'm doing that, you'll notice my knees aren't going in front of my toes. So I'm not shifting forward to come out of there. We're trying to use the hips to do that. And right away you might not be able to come up. So maybe you just work on this. And then over time, you find you're able to get a little bit higher and higher until you can come all the way up. Next one is the hand plank. All right, so I'm going to go on my hands here. I can grab the side of the chair. I got nice little handles there. And I'm just holding right in here. Now this is working the chest and the arms. A little bit of the abs there too. If this is tough on the wrist, you can go to an elbow plank, but it's a little bit harder on the abs because you've tipped over more. All right, so if you need to, stay right up in here. If this is too tough, find a countertop. So a higher level. I wouldn't use the back of a chair like this, but a higher level to do this exercise here. As you're doing it, try to keep your shoulders away from your ears. All right, people tend to scrunch up and push forward. We're gonna try to puff the chest out and squeeze the shoulders away from the ears. Stomach is pulled in, and you're gonna feel it start to get tired in those arms. Anytime you need to, take a rest. So if you feel you can't hold yourself anymore, don't just fall. Take a rest before you fall. It's fine. All right, so we're hanging out, holding this position real nice. And then we've got the hummingbird. All right, we're gonna be tipping forward and flapping up and down. All right, now, for some people, they instantly just round their back and do this. This is not what we wanna do, all right? This is gonna take a little bit of effort. You might need to get by a mirror to actually have your back straight as you're doing this, all right? You could do 1 foot forward and 1 foot back. Maybe that helps. It will be a little bit tougher on that front leg as you're doing it. So let me show you from the front here. This flapping motion is right in there. I'm not trying to reach way back. I'm squeezing my shoulder blades back there. All right, so my hands aren't really going behind my body at all as I'm doing this, but I'm getting lots of work in my upper back doing this exercise right here. And I don't have to do a million billion to get some benefit. All right, squeezing in there. Now your legs may be getting tired, especially if you're fairly, out of the habit of exercise. And so that's why we're going to retreat to sit down. Again, rest anytime you need to, and then come back to the exercise when you can. All right, so if you miss some of the exercise, just join in the next exercise. Squeezing down, squeezing back. All right, it's called the field goal squeeze. It's a classic exercise that we do here. So shoulders drop down, chest comes out. Let me show you from the front there. And we're just holding it. We're just holding it, and there's no reps needed. Just squeezing down, squeezing back, bringing that head back. Many people, have a slouchy, rounded position, and this is a chance to work on that. We're pushing the rib cage out in front of us, dropping those shoulders down, bringing the head back to get really nice posture there. All right, squeezing, working, right in there. Awesome posture work, great for the upper back. If you've got shoulder issues, really could be helpful for those. Don't reach too hard with your hands. Again, think about shoulder blades. Now I'm in pretty good shape, but my upper back is feeling this work because it's good work. It's good work to do. All right, we're gonna do a leg lift abs. So we're gonna sit on the front edge of the chair. I'm gonna lift one leg. I'm gonna tip back and lift one leg. Now I can also lift both legs and kind of tap the heels there. Let me show you from the side because I do think that's probably easier to see. All right, so I'm sitting on the front edge of the chair. I'm tipped back, and all of a sudden right there, my abs are working. All right, I'm gonna hold onto the chair, and I'm gonna come up and down. All right. A lot of ab exercises involve getting all the way down to the ground. So if getting down all the way to the ground is not a go for you, this is a good one. And that hand plank that we did earlier is a good one that starts to get the abs going too. All right, chest is out, abs pulled in. Again, one leg at a time also, all right? So you do 5 on one side and then 5 on the other side. Sometimes that's all you need, all right? That's tough enough already. If you just 2-leg one, pretty tough for me. Pretty tough for me there. Now, I'm not resting on the chair, and I'm leaning back a little bit and working those abdominal muscles. All right. The next one is a back leg raise. All right. So I'll just spin my chair a little bit just so you can see. You don't have to spin your chair, just do it. I'm standing on one leg and I'm raising the other leg back behind. Now you may be in here to start off with. All right. But you can work to get it back a little bit farther. The key on this one is that you're not doing this. You see what's happening here? My whole body is tipping every time I try to raise that leg. What we want to try to do is keep my body still. So I use the chair, keep my upper body still, and I'm squeezing back there. And that's where the glutes come in here. Building some of this kind of leg strength is going to make you so much more stable on your feet. All right? Squeezing back there. If you want to make it a little bit tougher, don't go all the way down and come back up. Right in there. And a good squeeze at the top. All right, if you want to pause the top for a moment, you can. All right, right in there. So same leg, we're still doing the same leg. Right in here. Squeezing back there. All right, other leg. We'll switch sides here. Squeezing up there. Again, I'm keeping my body still, not rocking as I do this. Try to keep your lower abdominals pulled in. So it's like you're trying to pull your stomach away from the waistband of your shorts or pants there. Squeezing back. You don't have to have fancy exercise gear either. You could just exercise in the clothes that you are wearing for the day. All right? Especially a workout like this. Squeezing back. Squeezing back. This is a workout to accommodate your actual life. Now the leg you're standing on is going to get tired too. So make sure you're monitoring that, and it's not too much. If you need to, you just stop and then get back to it, okay? So you take a few seconds there, 10 seconds, 20 seconds even, or if it's really bad, take a seat and join in on the next exercise, all right? Squeezing back here. Oh, so good. All right, last one is gonna be shoulder circles. I'm gonna do this one sitting, again, because if we're unstable on our legs, there's a chance to rest those legs a little bit, all right? Right after a workout, it is not the time to go do lots of fancy things. Your legs may be tired, so make sure you're extra careful of how you're placing your feet. So these shoulder circles, the arms are reaching out to the side, just making these small circles in here. You can go a little bit bigger if you want to, but be careful about going too much overhead, all right? For most people, that's a tough impinging place for the shoulder, so we're going for these small little guys out to the side here. All right, really getting a good squeeze back as we do that. All right, squeeze the rest, so you're gonna push the chest out as you're doing this. This is a workout that you can do one time through, or go back to the beginning, do it again. All right, I would say up to 3 times through would be a wonderful workout. So if you go 1 time through, not enough work for me, let's go for 2 or 3 times through then. All right, but 1 time is gonna be a start that will do something if you're consistent at it. All right, so this is a workout to do maybe every other day. And I'll try to make a cardio one that goes for the filler on the other, alternating with this one. All right, and so after you do several weeks of this, maybe a month, up to a month of this, most likely you're going to be ready for our regular workouts, you know, in any of our other videos. There are modifications to them so you can handle it. All right, there are certain things you just go, no, that's not for me, and that's fine. Just skip an exercise here and there, but usually there's an option that you could do instead. So hopefully this is helpful for you. If you have any needs, any of these workout exercises aren't working for you, it's not going right, contact us, call us, email us. We want to help. We want to help, and you are definitely our mission. If you are deconditioned, this is going to do something amazing for you. Incredible. I mean, like, we're talking decades of rewind that you can do by doing some of this work. You will make yourself younger. There is no need for you to be 70 and 80 and not able to move around. There are so many. If you're not exercising, my goodness, you could open up the entire world to yourself, you know, in a matter of just a few weeks. All right, it's incredible. And then if you start adding months into that, it is awesome. So please stick with this. Stick with this. Do it regularly. Give it several weeks. And I guarantee you're going to see some pretty cool stuff happen with your strength, your energy, and your ability level. All right, so have fun. Be safe. God bless.